Hello. As always, on Memento, get myself set up. I hope when this message find you, um, it finds you right on time. Cause when I was thinking, before I got on here, I was trying to figure out how I want to talk about it. At first, I want to say, my pull up game is strong. So, like, maybe someone's going to test you, but don't worry about it. You're protected. Everything's going to work out in its favor. Sometimes you just got to release what's not meant for you to be taken care of or handling in the first place. Sometimes um, it's out of your hands. So why are you entertaining it? Okay. Also, before I hopped on as well, this beautiful feather. Do you see it? Do you see it? My boys are right now, currently outside playing around the corner. Something could be around the corner for you as well. So something could take place soon as possible for you, right? But they found this beautiful feather, and we believe in our feathers talk to our ancestors and stuff. Um, and this is like a spirit talking to us. So, what color do you see? Do you see brown? Do you see black? If you haven't seen a feather, you're seeing it currently. A brand like of just a beautiful feather. It's so beautiful. And we set it at our personal altar, our family altar. Okay. Now, if you see this feather as a brown feather, okay, I'm looking it up in my Pinterest. So please build a portfolio for Pinterest if you're not in a Pinterest thing, but get into Pinterest, okay? But brown, stability, grounding, friendship, respect. So you could be as far as in, if you see this feather and you're seeing this feather and it looks brown to you, you're going through you're probably thinking about stability. You're protected through your stability at this current time. Hello, hello. Look at this beautiful feather. This is a fresh feather. I always believe that when you find feathers, this is basically when the spirits are talking to you. So if you see this feather at this current time, as you do, I'm sharing this feather with you. If you see this color as being brown, a brown feather, stability, grounding, friendship, and respect. Your spirits are telling you they're here for you with this. And I see 11:1. So this is a thought process, something that we're going through. Maybe we're going through our stability. Maybe we're like paying bills out the ass, like, dang, I just got, it's going to be all over and done. Okay. And as far as in black, if you see it looking black to you, protection, warnings of negative energy, and maybe wisdom. So maybe wisdom going to come in your way and stuff. So this is a current feather that my boys had found outside when they were outside playing soccer. So something could be going back and forth with you as well. They love playing soccer with their neighbors. Um, anyway, so I do hope that you're going through, if you are going through trials of, as far as in your stability level, maybe you're going through a job loss or getting ready to pay bills and you're trying to balance your checks and stuff, you know. Yes, it was a feather that my boys found outside. They go into this open field that's near my neighborhood and they play with their neighbors. And they play soccer. So my boys found it and they all ran. I got three boys, so maybe my middle child actually came and introduced this feather to me. So we do believe that maybe you have an altar, or if not, but I believe, and along with others, it's all up to you. You know, it's up to your beliefs. You get what I'm saying? But my middle child, you could be a middle child, or my oldest child, or you had three children, or you are raised in a three-parent household. Not a three-parent, three children in your household. But as far as in the level of the stability level, maybe you're going through this, maybe you're going through a family level, maybe you're going through separation, or something that you personally feel as though, I really did want to be in a strong stability, household, and maybe you're not getting there, or you're feeling like it's kind of stagnant. I'm feeling as though, if I'm personally feeling low, that you're going to be going through a cycle where you don't need to release release the negativity. I'm sorry, I got music playing in my ears, so I'm trying to catch the music too. But it's more like releasing the negative energy that is coming in your way. As far as instability, it could be arguments currently in the household, and arguments could be going a little too far, or, and you're trying to figure out which way to go and stuff. Just give it some time. Maybe you do need to tap into yourself, or, have some alone time with yourself. Maybe sometimes we be around so many people that we don't get a chance to be within ourselves, and understand what's going on, you know. So, cause maybe something just not going as planned for you, you know. Maybe it could be feeling like you're doing all 100 and they're only doing 10 or 50, and I'm not stating just on a relationship. This could be your children as well. Maybe you're tired of cleaning up all the time, just something so simple as that. I feel as though, speaking of that, the feather, I feel as though basically the spirits is telling you everything's going to work out in your favor, as simple as maybe your children are going to randomly start cleaning up for you, without you asking. Maybe you just need to put it in timing. It's all in divine timing, yeah. Just maybe you just need to pray. Just pray. Maybe you're praying about stability as well, praying about being in a stable dynamic, praying to have money flowing, not just money to, not just money to take care of the family, but money to take care of equal balance. Yes, not just saying, not having money just to take care of my family and stuff, but actually have money for myself too, because you are part, you went to work too, maybe you're going through these process. Maybe you went through this at this current time, or this could be past, future, or present, right? Where we're like, I'm I'm doing all so much. Maybe you have two children instead of three, but you have children, or you have more people in the household that can help, and maybe you're going through this cycle of, where do I go? Where, I'm the rock for everybody else. Where's my grounding? Am I a rock just sitting in straight air? Maybe you're just always in your thoughts. You haven't had a chance to speak up, or you feel like you're not heard, you know, not heard in your own castle, because it's your castle. It's wherever you lay your head at, wherever you decide to put your peace, you lay down. And when I say lay down and you dream and stuff, that's when you're able to put peace. If you're not in that situation, maybe the feather that you've seen is basically telling you pretty much that you're going to move into that stability where you're no longer going to have to sleep with one eye open. You're going to be in a stable grounding, where maybe when you're asleep, it's not going to be so loud, because sleep is peace. Honestly, sleep is peace. Your mind is going elsewhere. You might be having beautiful dreams. You might have dreams that can be a horrible nightmare sometimes. But then if you are going through those nightmares, please reflect on those nightmares as well. You could be going through a stage as far as in, so something's going to come very fast as far as in maybe a spiritual level, or maybe your prayers are going to be answered very fast, okay? Where you're not going to have to hesitate, not one bit, okay? Hold on, let me adjust myself. So yeah, something's going to come very fast for you, okay? Taurus, Sagittarius, Virgo, Leo, Scorpio energy is what I'm getting. This can be in any of your houses. This can be in your I can't think of it off the top of my head, but the house that is dealing with family and stability, you could be a Sagittarius, Taurus, a Leo, a Virgo, or a Scorpio in those signs, okay? Let's see. So we're probably praying for stability. Probably we're praying as far as in making sure money is flowing. We're no longer going paycheck to paycheck. We're fed up with that. Like, what am I working for? Why am I always, slim to none on money? I can't do this. I can't do that. Yeah, you making it the two of swords is basically making a blind decision. Maybe you're making decisions as far as in, should I keep going to this job or should I go to this direction? You making a split decision and you're trying to figure out which direction. Maybe you're gonna get a new job opportunity as well, and you have to decide, should I create this job as my full-time or my part-time? It's going to go into those levels. You have to think about maybe you have to think about your marriage or your relationship along with your family and stuff. Maybe all that in one you have to really think about. So it's more like, for example, for myself, I have 3 children, so I can't just pick a job and they're younger. Pick a job where my job is working night. My children needs to be watched during nighttime. Maybe you have to think about the sacrifices that you have to make as far as in a job opportunity as well. Or maybe this going to be a quick decision where you're going to get this job. You could be a Libra as well. This could be a job opportunity and they're wanting you to give them an answer right away. And it's probably because this job is maybe this is a high paying job. This is a paying a little higher than your normal. Yeah, they're planning. You could be planning this, or this is going to be an upcoming situation. You could be an Aries as well. Yes, you're going to get the job. As far as in this job, right? It's something that's taking place where it's going to be in the palm of your hands, right? Where you're going to figure everything out. You're going to figure out how your family's going to get situated. Yeah, you're going to figure out your relationship with the Empress. Maybe the Empress is trying to stay within herself. She's pretty like, or maybe you're looking for an Empress that is a little bit more reserved. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry, to apologize. Okay, so maybe somebody's gonna come knocking at your door. They want to, maybe they want an opportunity with you. They want to probably, maybe they got a plan in place, probably as far as in like a job opportunity, or maybe some money's gonna be flowing. Maybe you rely on this person, like maybe they got an agenda going through. Let's see, as far as in Maybe you got a marriage coming in, a relationship that's moving a little faster than what you're expecting. It's gonna get stabled. It's gonna get stable. Maybe everything is feeling like, because I feel the Taurus and the Earth energy in this. So it's like that bullheaded, but then at the same time, it is going to get grounded. You know, it's going to, maybe it's just like a rushing, you know, it feel like maybe you're bumping heads with this person. Maybe you're bumping heads with it, your relationship. Maybe a quick argument is just going to come out of nowhere. It could be dealing with your children, or maybe you're going to be arguing with your two children out of nowhere to them, or maybe some things are going to change where you know, like I stated before, you're going to have someone that's going to come in and end up helping. So maybe you're talking to this person, you know, multiple times, right? And as quick as you talk to them, they're going to switch up and they're going to change, and they're going to give you exactly what you're looking for. Okay. A gentle breeze reminds you to let go. So this is the card that we got, a gentle breeze that reminds you to let go. Do you see the sun, the light, and everything? It looks so beautiful, right? Maybe you're going to be watching the sunset with your lover, or something's going to come in, as far as in your lover could be having a bright idea, or as far as in maybe your lover has this new stability level, maybe a new idea of how y'all can make more money together. Okay, let's see. So as far as in like this fire sign, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, earth sign, which is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Yes, sorry. And a Libra as well. Maybe something is a little bit off balance, because I see the maybe and then the Libra. So maybe something is a little bit where it hasn't came in completely yet to you, but the yes do. So maybe you're waiting for a job, or maybe you put an application in, you're waiting for this opportunity for this job, where maybe you're trying to find a second job as well, because you're trying to find balance. Maybe you're used to being the money maker, right? And maybe your bills and everything is just going a little off balance, right? So now you're trying to put that in. Okay, then it says, from the seas of love, great forests can groove. And you see how you have the tree up top, right? And the tree up top is a little bit like, you know, dead. Maybe we're depleted. Like I said, maybe we're going to actually speak on everything that's going on with us, right? And then you see the tree at the bottom. Maybe we're deep inside, we want to be like, we want to grow. Maybe we want to do new things. Maybe we have new ideas, a new way of thinking as far as in money flow as well. You could be wanting to go back to school, you know, or maybe this is an opportunity, this opportunity of a new idea. Might have to put you back in school, right? Because so something just gonna maybe fall right in the palm of your hand, okay? Or just gonna, or maybe in the sense of you're going through that night and day. Maybe you're gonna have a job that's gonna be where, or maybe you're gonna have to go to school in the morning and work at night, or you're gonna go to school at night and work in the morning. Something as sense of that. Yes, it's going to be a little bit where you probably doing this currently, you know, balancing. Maybe you're doing something at night and then doing something in the morning, right? Is you're probably like feeling tired majority of the time, right? But it's building something. At the end of the day, it's flourishing. Or maybe you're needing to go to the gym. Put that as well, a part of your life, as going to the gym, and maybe building up that. It's just something about releasing, going to the, maybe not even just going to the gym, or taking a nice walk, doing some type of natural, a healthy activity as well, to keep the brain being able to be drained in a rotation. Okay. All right. Maybe let's go into this. Something could take place June the 2nd as well. Maybe dealing with a family. Maybe you're trying to travel. You're going to be traveling with your family in June. Okay. Celebrate life's cycle. Every ending is a new start. So maybe you're gonna do something new by going, like I stated before, traveling with your family. Maybe you're gonna go see like this beautiful, or you're gonna be traveling somewhere and you're gonna see this beautiful house. It's gonna be very big and beautiful, and you're gonna be like in shock. You know, like, ooh, this is really nice. Maybe that's gonna take place. Or maybe you're getting a new idea as far as in like I said, trying to get some money flow, trying to get a new money flow into the family, a new stability, because I'm seeing that house again on the ground and then the tree. So it's just like maybe you're trying to grow money within the home. Maybe you're doing something like a house project as well, doing a house project that is going to benefit the house. Maybe it's going to cause or maybe you're going to do something so big to the house that people think that you got money. Like, it's going to be really nice that people are going to really think that you have money. Maybe you're going to take care of your house, or maybe you take care of your house very well, that people don't know if you slacking or not. um let's see. I'm gonna do Kipper. I haven't done Kipper in a minute. Doo, 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 doo. Or you could be going want to go hiking, and you're gonna go hiking to like a cave, and, or this hike is gonna at the end of the hike it's gonna be very beautiful. Maybe you're gonna go hiking during the evening time or something, or you're going to the mountains during the evening time, and then it's gonna be dark by the time you're done with the whole situation. Or it's gonna be like a little, it's not gonna be pitch black. It's the sun is still out. Maybe you're out longer than expected. Like by the time you looked outside, it was like about to be nighttime. Okay, you could go to like a community outreach, or going to a community fair, as far as in, or maybe a message as far as in, what's what's the thing where they basically, you could have like a community meeting and they're gonna send you a message about it. Maybe during this community meeting, you can sit there and tell them your new ideas, or ideas that you'll want to see within your community as well. It's going to be an older woman and male. Maybe you have a grandmother, you got a grandmother and a grandfather that take care of at least one child, like for the other family. Okay, so maybe somebody's going to be working like toiling labor. So someone's trying to work on the community. Maybe you're expecting this, or you have high expectations as far as in this community meeting, or maybe it could be like a PTS meeting. Um, Also, you could be having a teacher conference as well. Yeah, like a teachers conference, and maybe they're going to be talking to you about your child as well. Your child is going to be happy. Y'all all happy, like you're content, you know. Maybe you're going to find out that your child is actually doing good and you're content with that. Yeah, so maybe something's going to come in as far as in your house. Maybe somebody's trying to buy your house as well. You know, maybe you're going to get messages, or maybe you get messages community the people random from the community sends you messages. And I see the, oh, hold on. You see 1, 2, 3. If it could show, god damn it. But 123, so 1, 2, 3, maybe something's leading up to you finding this out. So something, this could be a future situation. Let's do I'm gonna pull her from my soulmate cards here. Because I do want to pull as far as in, when it comes down to the community. Maybe you're gonna get married and you're gonna let the community. Maybe it's like you're gonna have like a a block party or something for your wedding, like a reception or something, or you got so many people wanting to come to your wedding, it's just like you might as well, damn, I might as well just invite the community. Or you're gonna go to an event that you expect everybody to have. It's not gonna be a lot. You didn't expect a lot of people, but when you pull up, it's gonna be like the whole community. You know. All right. Try to look at things more from a feeling level. What is your heart saying? What is your heart saying to you when you're going through these cycles? As far as in, like I stated before, something's gonna come in so fast, and you're gonna have to balance yourself immediately. Like you don't have time to have a tantrum. You don't have time to speak on it immediately. But they're saying because maybe something's gonna be so everybody knows, so you don't really have time so quickly to, you know, figure this out. Something's gonna come in like maybe a text message. Maybe this person's been working on this. You know, everybody else knows. You could have a cat. Um, your cat is seeking your attention because I see the cat leaning, the cat right there. But that lady, she look a little pale. Like she don't have color to her like this one do. So maybe your cat feel like you're not giving them attention. Okay. So what is your heart saying to you? If you're looking for life pure logic, you will always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. So maybe something's taking place at this time that like everything's just falling out of place that you're like, what the fuck? Like, or why, it's not making sense to me. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Or why is things falling out of place, right? Maybe a job's not coming through for you. Maybe you're walking around, maybe you walking around trying to get a job, like because I see the community and toil and labor. So maybe you're trying to see maybe you're asking around whose job is hiring or whatever. A message is gonna come through that's gonna be a good, it's gonna put you in a stable situation. Okay. Truth, true wisdom and understanding resides in your heart. So it's all about how you move. How is your heart moving? Is your heart moving negatively? Are you thinking negative about yourself? Are you yeah, I'm not gonna get it, or maybe I'm gonna get it? That's negative energy, right? You have to think positive. If you want good energy to keep flowing through consistently, then you have to change your heart dynamic. Start believing, trusting in yourself. Okay? Trusting in your wisdom, trusting in your will. Maybe you need to start walking around the community and seeing. Maybe doing something online or something to figure out, hey, who whose job is hiring, and you might find someone. Okay, or maybe you're gonna find a message gonna come in probably around June, July. Maybe you put this application in during this month, May, right? All right, two. So something something could take place two. Maybe like I stated before, you might have two jobs where you're gonna have to balance which one you want. You know, should if you having issues, high paying job, full time. Low paying job, part time. Okay, high paying job, pay them bills, everything else like that, right? Make sure you put your time into that high paying job. That low paying job, that's part time, okay? Not saying if you still want to hold on to it, hold on to it. But don't lack into it, right? So when I state that, just because you need to start balancing, maybe you're feeling like you don't get enough sleep. I understand that. And you got to figure out, hey, if you got to let the part-time go, you might have to let the part-time go, right? But maybe you're going through this you're trying to balance two things at the same time, okay? And you're probably going to feel a little depleted, maybe you're trying to work this and cook and do this and do that, you're probably feeling overwhelmed and stuff, right? So make sure you got to know which priority is higher and which one is not, so you can be able to balance yourself equally, okay? Um, but also, when it comes down to that part-time, don't slack in that. This could be a Leo, all right? Or they're telling you to get into your strength, that strength element of a Leo, okay? Be strong, get through this. I know you might be feeling dried out, like I said it before, like night and day. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep or whatever, but it's gonna come in equal balance, right? Maybe you're a hardworking person, right? Think about it, okay? Because you got the King of Pentacles, okay? So you are gonna be that stable person. I do feel the Emperor as well, but I feel like I feel like we can't even bring out the Emperor in this, which is the real strong stability, because we're having this self-doubt in ourselves. Okay, so that's why they're staying. Maybe you need to bring in your Leo, bring out that lion in you. Everyone has a lion in them. Okay, and then I see 12. So maybe something's going to take place between the 2nd and the 12th. You could be having training that could be 12 days, 2 days, a 2-week training, or 6 weeks, because 12 divided by 2, I'm thinking. So a 2-week or 6 weeks training. This is probably going to it's gonna probably overwhelm you for a moment or something. You're trying to figure out the balance or whatever and stuff. You might get this message. Check your email as well. Yeah. Look, I was about to drop into it. I'm gonna step out of this. But yeah, so something could take place during that time. You could be maybe you're overwhelming. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed. Like I feel 12, so everything is all on your plate. And then 2 is like the dividing. So maybe someone's going to come in and divide, like I was stating before, how maybe we're wishing something came in. Maybe a relationship, a marriage going to come in very fast, right? That, that shit, girl, the community is going to know. The community is gonna know. Like maybe you gonna broadcast this online, maybe this is gonna be broadcast, or someone's gonna broadcast this online about the community and stuff. And maybe you're like, dang, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this man. Maybe this man got all this money and stuff, and they like, oh my goodness, do you know he got all this money? Maybe you like, yeah, but I'm still trying to, I'm still trying to work this out. I'm still trying to work this out right here. Maybe you're still trying to figure out something. Maybe you're still indecisive about the situation. Just let it, maybe you felt dead inside, but this person trying to build up or trying to, grow you, or maybe this person is trying to work on your inner self, or maybe you're needing to work on your inner healing so that you can flourish. Okay. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way. Maybe someone's planning on being a family with you, or maybe that is the goal, right? Maybe someone's planning on having a marriage, having the stability, having the funds, like having a good job, to make sure they play this card very well, where they can be able to divide, all of that into two, where y'all can divide the table together instead of, you know, being overwhelmed and stuff. Maybe, like I stated before, it could be your children coming in, and you could have a 12-year-old or a 2-year-old, or they're 2 years apart from each other, or they're a even balance of children, right? And they all can come in together and help clean up the house and stuff. So something's gonna come in, a text message or whatever. You're planning this, or someone's planning on giving you this offer. They're offering the marriage, they're offering the family, they're offering the stability. Maybe you're going through that poverty, or maybe they thinking you're in that poverty state, and you're faking it till you make it. This could be a family situation as well, where your family's trying to figure out, are you struggling or are you not struggling? Me personally, why do I have to tell you if I'm struggling or not? If you love me enough, you'll help me out. And maybe that's where you're feeling like with anyone, why do I have to tell you that I need you? If you hear it, Or if you feel what's going on, why you can't just tell me, or why you can't just look out for me and let me know what's going on, or how should I feel about it, or what's the best route for my mindset to go. Maybe you're needing someone to talk to you in that level. Maybe everything's just piling up on you, where you don't even understand what's left or what's right. Okay. Well, my name is Deasia, and I'm happy that you joined and stayed on. And if you stayed here, like before you leave out, subscribe. And then also, if you feel as though I was talking about your aunt, your mama, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your grandfather, your grandmother, whoever, your friend, your neighbor, don't hurt to sit there and share me over, because I'm just growing this channel and we're flourishing. I have goals to make just as much as you should have goals as well in your life, because we're here to build and elevate and ascend highly. Okay, this is the DDA tribe. If anything that I said and you feel as though it hit, DDA this shit. Okay, until next time, bye.